He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Legacy Gamer, and let's get into this Superman 2025 review. Let's review James Gunn's Superman, which, wow, yeah, he definitely came out of the park swinging. He hit the ball right out of the ballpark with this one. I think this film definitely pays some homages to his previous films like Guardians of the Galaxy and the color palette that was in that film. Right off the bat, I can say that this Superman feels correct. It feels like it pays homage to Superman of the 80s and 90s, and even Christopher Reeve's Superman. He pays homage to that Superman in the color palette of the costume, the style. The Fortress of Solitude very much reminded me of what we've seen in the Christopher Reeves films, as well as Smallville. If you guys watched that 10-season series, excellent show that was played by Tom Welling's Superman. But this film just felt like an encapsulation of all the different types of Superman, like from Smallville to Zack Snyder's Superman, what we got in Man of Steel.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about
Excuse me.
But I think the Christopher Reeve Superman was the one that felt like it was most drawing inspiration from. And you know, it's immediately noticeable in the film's color palette. And this movie, I would say, is a real break. James Gunn breaks from the darker tone Superman that we got from Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's, the Justice League, and Batman vs. Superman. This is not that Superman.
Why did you say that name? Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name.
He feels a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more hopeful, and more importantly, he feels very human. David Cornsweet's Superman is the most grounded Superman that I've experienced. And and he's the most human. This film, James Gunn's Superman, is not afraid to explore that.
He is. Maybe Superman didn't completely think through the ramifications of the Bravia thing.
Well, if this guy is even from Bravia.
What do you mean his name is the Hammer of Bravia?
Yeah, I doubt his parents named him that, Jimmy. We have no clue what his actual goal was here.
I think it's pretty obvious the goal was kicking Superman's ass.
Oh, you did.
He's not afraid to explore Superman's vulnerabilities. No spoilers, but just when it comes to his human vulnerabilities, the people that he cares about. As you've seen in the trailer, Crypto is in this movie, and he just happens to be my favorite character. I love that little guy, and we'll get more into it, but Crypto is a lot of fun. He brings so much glitter and light and lightheartedness to the film, even in the heavier moments. And you realize as the film goes just how necessary he is.
Crypto! What the hey, dude? I thought you destroyed the whole Superman robots. I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
We feed the canine, but he is unruly. And he realizes we are not flesh and blood and couldn't, in our heart of hearts, care less whether he lives or dies.
Stop, Crypto. Leave it. Ow! Ow! Stop! Ow! Stop it! Crypto! Ow! Ow! Stop it! Stop! Sit! Stay!
I think when I first saw the trailers and I saw that Crypto was going to be in it, I thought he would be like a kind of shoehorned baby Yoda. But he definitely has his place in the film. And expanding on the cast, that humanity and groundedness that you feel from David Corn's Sweet Superman is amplified even more by the performances by the actors who play Martha and Jonathan Kent. This Martha and Jonathan Kent just feels so correct and so regular, like so normal. Whereas in The Man of Steel, I would say Superman's Martha Kent, she seemed tough, the supermom, the woman who could do it all. She kind of had, it made sense, right, that she was Superman's mom. And this Martha Kent, she's just so grounded and so normal, and so is the dad. There's a scene, not to spoil, but there's a scene with Clark and his father that is very heartwarming, very heartfelt, and it's not a long scene. It's an exchange of few dialogue, few words, but that scene just gripped my heart instantly and was a tearjerker. So kudos to Martha and Jonathan Kent for being some of the best Superman parents that I've seen on film. More about the supporting cast. Mr. Terrific, I really enjoyed. He was so much fun. Being played by Eddie Gassetti, who is also made popular from his role as Darwin in X-Men First Class, which we can all agree he died way too easily based on his power set. He's damn near invincible, and he was killed with, I don't know, an orb from that guy, the wannabe Magneto. Sebastian Shaw. Yeah, that's who it was. But yeah, he did an incredible job in this role. He brings a sort of dry, really intelligent and stoic and sarcastic sense of comedy to the film. And I really enjoyed his character. Honestly, through the costume and makeup, I didn't even believe it was him. He's also known for his role as Laurent in one of my favorite series. And yes, you can judge me for it, Twilight.
Don't be afraid. I'm doing you a kindness. Victoria plans on killing you slowly.
And I really enjoyed him, number one, because I felt like he was the only vampire with a sense of preservation. Like, I don't want to fuck with Victoria and I don't want to fuck with the Cullens because they're a family that's just about it, right? So really enjoyed him as Mr. Terrific in this film.
Tried to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You know, I don't want to, when I did this review, I didn't want to do a lot of comparisons because we know that the superhero market is oversaturated. But personally, I'm not complaining. I love it. I love superheroes. I love anime. I love video games. Give me all of nerddom. But this, I do have to mention one negative that I had with the film. And I would be remiss to say that this is not a major negative because it is. And that would be the villain. The Joker to the Batman is in this case Lex Luthor to Superman, of course. Nicholas Hoult does a great job at playing Lex Luthor. But, you know, he does pale in comparison when you consider Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor in Smallville, or even, the name escapes me, but the guy we got in Superman Returns. other Lex Luthors in the past have, I would say, maybe delivered a little bit more. And the Smallville comparison, again, might be a little unfair because we had 10 seasons with that Lex Luthor. We got to see him before he was the evil super genius, and we got to see him eventually turn into that character. But Nicholas Hoult does a good job. He just doesn't bring anything new, and he doesn't elevate the character. And this is something I've been saying, and especially harping on since we got The Marvels in, I don't know, what was it, a year ago, but it's that the villain in the film needs to be equal to the hero in the sense that he needs to be compelling. He needs to be believable. He needs to leave you with a thought process. You should be thinking about the villain long after the movie has ended and credits have rolled. For example, Thanos was so controversial. I remember talks on the internet and Reddit with people saying things like, oh, well, how wrong was Thanos was? Like, there's only limited resources. And was it so bad to eliminate half the galaxy? That would be all more resources for the rest. Maybe that's less war, maybe. But that's a whole nother topic. I digress. I just think that, you know, the villain's presence needs to be equal to the hero in these films for a really, really strong superhero film. I mean, not just Thanos in Infinity War. Let's talk about Heath Ledger's Joker. After The Dark Knight released, a lot of us were talking more about Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker than we did Christian Bale's performance as the Dark Knight. Tom Hardy's Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, another compelling character. And again, something different was brought to the character that we know. We know that The Dark Knight went for a more rooted and grounded Batman universe. So that Bane didn't have the venom, but he had the voice, he had the soul, he had the Mr. Wayne. You know, that was the whole thing that captivated the audience. Even when we got William Dafoe in Spider-Man, another standout villain, so much so that they brought him back in the most recent Spider-Man, No Way Home, for one of the best Spider-Man movies, if not arguably the best Spider-Man movies, because we had the ensemble, we had Andrew Garfield reprise his role, and then we had Tobey Maguire reprise his role. But that film was made even stronger by the presence of William Dafoe, who was very much a presence in the film. So that would be my one negative. I started this channel thinking that I would do review scores, and then I decided to deviate from that. Just watching other reviewers that I really enjoy, like Jake Baldino, who don't do scores. I find those type of reviews compelling because I never want to oppose my opinion on anybody. I just want to share my thoughts so that you can make an informed decision whether you think the movies would be good for you and good to you. So, what I will say is it's definitely a go see. It's definitely a go see in the film. I definitely believe in supporting the actor and the cast in the film. So I would do that. Give the box office your hard-earned cash for the movie. It's definitely worth it. But I would not say that this is the best superhero film that we've got, but it's the best superhero film that we've got since Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yeah, kudos to James Gunn for pulling this off. I'm excited for what the future holds for the DCEU. And until the next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.
You have a dog?
I am Superman.